What's up, nerds? Stop crosswording right now. Don't fill in another word. I've got to turn the volume down. Oh. Don't fill in a single other one. I'll know if you do because it'll give me a noise. Don't do it. We're done crosswording today. Which one do I want to? I am now bigger than your crossword. Don't listen to the crossword, listen to me. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Mine was decent. Wayne made some actually pretty good macaroni. It was very good. And we had ham. I mean, we need to be in the stream right now, Mother. It's not my fault you're still down there in the green room. Doing something with yarn? Are you finishing last minute projects? Pencils down. Turn your homework in. Ari, you're saying 40 minutes later. This is when we start every week. Only the crossword goes up at 10. We do not show our faces. We do not bless the screen with our melaninated faces until at least 30 minutes later. Ooh, you know what I can talk about, though, that she won't get upset about? I had another melatonin nightmare, and it was a raucous one. I had another melatonin nightmare. She is like, you also have a delay, Mother. Or maybe I have a delay. I don't know. So this melatonin nightmare, and now that I'm thinking about it, several of my melatonin nightmares take place in my grandmother's house. But we were in my late grandmother's house, and we had moved into her house for some reason. It was never explained to me in the dream logic, you know. But for some reason, I as a human remember that we moved into that house for months while the current house is being finished. But this wasn't like back then we moved in. This was like we moved in yesterday, like 2025 moved in for some reason. Anyway, we moved into her house, but for some reason, all of the rooms were not where they were supposed to be. Like, the dream starts and I'm in the house and I'm like in the kitchen, which was essentially the living room. But like, I go through the hallway to try to go to another room and it's not the right room. I end up in like the bathroom or something. And then I try to go to another room and it's not the right room. Like, all the rooms were moving around for some reason because it was always different every time. And then also it was haunted. Like, every room had some sort of like secret little door in it. There were like a bunch of wooden, like extra wooden floors. She didn't have any wooden floors, but there were wooden floors. And then in the wooden floors, there were like trap doors or like little doorways that were like truly like this big. One of them, I went into a room and the little door, I was like, what is this little doorway? And the little doorway like creaks open. And then all of a sudden a like jigsaw-esque puppet, like haunted puppet, comes out. Oh, the house is haunted. Just everything was haunted and scary. And so I was like, okay, we need to get out of here. We need to call the church. We need to call the Vatican. We need to call the Lord. We need to get out of here. And so I open the door, like the front door or back door, to try to like get out. And we're not in her neighborhood. We're in some weird like housing development subdivision with terrible neighbors because they're like out there lighting fires and have pitchforks or something. And I'm like, what is going on? It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I did not enjoy. 10 out of 10, would not recommend. Mother, are you ready to be on camera yet? There's only so long I can entertain the people. I had a whole adventure this morning and you're still sitting there, not ready to be on camera.
Hey, I had a whole adventure this morning too.
Well, let's get started so we can tell each other about our adventures. Also, why'd you big in the crossword puzzle again? We're getting really...
I haven't seen the crossword puzzle yet this morning.
That's too bad for you. Bye. No crossword. Lipton green tea citrus.
So rude.
That's me. Rude.
God, why are you so big?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're
so holiday themed. It's so holiday
themed. It's just a fireplace in a cozy room
with Christmas lights.
Those aren't Christmas lights.
Okay.
You have been deceived. That's a couple of candles up on the mantle.
Ronald says he literally just finished the season 1 finale of Era 313. What did you think, Ronald?
Good for him.
10 seconds ago, you just finished it. A whole year later, we're putting out season 2 now. What did you think? Also, Mother, are you ready for the countdown for us to start?
No.
Okay, we'll wait. Also, why do I still have you on my small camera? I thought something was weird. Let me put you on the TV.
You're so big. Your face is filling the square.
Is that better?
That's how you usually are.
Yeah, I had my laptop pulled up because I was typing before.
Well, you can fill the square if you want.
Okay.
We can't do that.
Why not? We're going to do the whole stream like this.
We might scare the people.
Let's see. Been listening to it on rides to rehearsal, but the finale was too long for a ride, so I finished it while waiting for y'all. Liked it. Would recommend it to people. And I was fantastic as X. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One of the producers' moms actually asked her, did you get an AI to do the voice of X? Like, what AI did you use? And she was like, that's a person. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
That is a human.
No support AI in this house unless it's to write my Instagram post that I don't want to write.
I did raise a human last I checked.
It's so funny because we'll do we've done a few cast interview videos, and they'll ask do you feel like you're similar to your character? Do you feel like you're different to your character? Do you feel similar to another character? And I'm always like, yes, I feel very much like my character. I too am robot.
You're so weird.
Are we ready to get this party started?
Yeah,
now that we've got everybody that wasn't here last week. Truly everybody was gone last week for some reason.
Because it was a holiday. Okay, I found my knitting pattern. I'm ready.
Are you sure? You sure you're ready? You want to take an extra 10 minutes just to faff about a bit?
Welcome, everyone. This is the Wednesday morning edition of the Conversation Chair. I am one of your presenters, Dani, the lethargic yet combative lass. And here with me, at the very last second, came screeching around the corner, is my partner in crime, my co-presenter, and wee bairn,
Artemis, honestly a little less fatigued today, even though I didn't get much sleep.
If you have never been here with us before, we are just a little chat show. We are here for your body doubling needs. We are here to be your audio ambiance, your background sound. We are here to keep you company while you are watching the children, while you are washing the dishes, while you are kissing your husband goodbye, or if you were fighting with a wig this morning, trying to have a new hairstyle to show off, and it just wouldn't work, and all it succeeded in doing was wearing you out and making you sweaty. We'll help you calm down. That was my real
Was that
life.
your morning? Is that the adventure you had this morning?
Yes. I was trying a new hairstyle, a wig that I saw a girl do, and I said, I can do this. I have a half wig. It'll be simple. Apparently, A, my half wig was more tangled than I thought, and B, my half wig was not, I guess, as long as hers or whatever.
So it didn't like.
And I couldn't get the combs to like make the wig stick in my hair. It was like half hanging off my head, and
maybe get a wig grip. I think I have a spare one around somewhere if I can
well,
find it.
I mean, the wig works fine when I wear it not as a half wig, when I wear it like right here. But the style was to wear it like hook it back here and then pull some of the hair up to make a ponytail. And I don't think my wig was full enough for the ponytail. To be able to do that.
Got it.
And it wasn't, and the clips pulling it up wouldn't let the clips stick in my hair, and it just.
Well, while we're talking about hair, I think I have settled on how I want my hair to be. I'm gonna take off my little bandana.
I like it with the bandana. That's cute.
I'm gonna put the bandana back on. But I colored it again, and you can see the little curls.
Yes.
And can I turn backwards without the chair?
Yes. The definition, I like it.
Yeah, the hair wax is a really good just like styling product. I tried the red one, did not like it. For some reason, the red one was an absolutely different consistency than the other three. So I'm going to give the red one to the two little girls that I used to babysit, and they can like play and color their hair or whatever. I asked their mom already before doing that because I don't want to give them a thing that she was not prepared for. But I know you hate the green hair, but I did blue on the sides and then did a little green fade in the front. And I think it turned out pretty good.
Ronald knew that the wig story was my real life right away.
Because Ronald's our ride or die. Ronald absolutely knows.
Ronald was in Texas for Thanksgiving.
How was that?
And he played a game with me. He was nice enough to play a game with me, even though he said he didn't understand it. I just randomly sent him a game invitation out of the blue.
What game were y'all playing?
Oh, we were playing Pocket Cats. It's a 2-player game. I like it a lot, even though I'm not very much of a strategic person. Yeah, you see how he says, it was fine. People say that when they don't like stuff.
I ended up teaching that game to Jesse on his stream. Hey!
Oh, I missed that. I think I didn't get, because I think I came into the stream after y'all were playing Galactic Cruise, which Galactic Cruise, I was like, oh, that's an interesting theme, like a cruise ship, but in space. But I guess I didn't understand the game enough, so I didn't really feel the theme. I felt like I was doing math the whole time.
Ooh.
It's a long ass game too.
Ooh. Rough.
You know, it's one of those, it's just long.
Well, we learned about your adventure today. My adventure was that I went to the eye doctor to get my eyes.
I'm surprised you went and got back in time for the stream, honestly.
Well, I knew that you were going to put up the crossword at 10, but we wouldn't be getting on camera until like 10:30 like we normally do. So I set the appointment for 9:20, showed up at 9:25, set the appointment for 9:20 and figured like there's no way it's going to take more than an hour. And the America's Best is 5 minutes down the road from me, if that. It is.
You say everything's 5 minutes down the road from you. I don't believe
because I live in the middle of town. Everything. I could walk to the mall. I could walk to the eye doctor. I could walk to Cookout. I could absolutely walk to Sonic because that's even closer. That's right down the road. I could walk to the library. I did walk to the library during the hurricane.
You've been living there for years, but it just occurred to me to ask you, how does it feel living in a city after being raised in a small town?
I like the convenience of everything being nearby, but I miss like not even thinking back to like when I was living with you guys, but thinking back
Mhm.
to when I was living in Mars Hill, I miss having more just like open spaces, I guess. Like I was thinking, oh, I want to play some frisbee, and then I was like living here, I'm like, oh, I want to play some frisbee, and then I was like, now I have to look up a park and what are the local parks in the area or somewhere that's going to have space and how far is it, and
You
I'm
were home, you could just play frisbee in the backyard.
exactly, if I was home I could play frisbee in the backyard, or in Mars Hill I knew like 3 different fields that I could just go to and play frisbee. Or like back when I had my bullwhip, me and Gilbert would go out to one of the tracks that had like a big field in the middle, and we would crack the whips out there because we knew we weren't going to like get in trouble or anything. If I was cracking a whip out here, I would be worried about people pulling out guns. We're in the middle of the city.
Poor baby.
Yeah. But I really do like the convenience. Everything is like real nearby. We're able to DoorDash or like Instacart groceries if we don't feel like going to the store. Wayne is able to get Ubers really easily. It's nice. But I went to the eye doctor. My prescription did change a little bit. But I was able, because Wayne put me on his vision insurance. So I was able to use that. And essentially, I went to America's Best. And, America's Best has the like, it used to be an exam and 2 pairs of glasses for $65. It is now an exam and 2 pairs of glasses for $95. When did that happen? Yeah, but with the insurance covered frames but not lenses, but it covered up to $200 worth of frames. So I was so I initially was going to go in, and if the insurance stuff didn't work out, I was going to do the deal, the $95 for 2 frames like I've been doing. But what I ended up doing was getting one nicer pair of frames that I really wanted, and I got anti-reflective coating on it to help with my night driving, and I was able to get the exam and that 1 pair of glasses with the anti-reflective coating for $80. So it was only one frame, but it was cheaper than what their deal was, cheaper than what I was expecting to pay.
And you got glasses that you wanted with all the extras on them that you wanted.
Yeah, I also wanted to get the thinner lenses, because the guy that was helping me was like really chatting up the thinner lenses, but I was like, I've had these chunky plastic lenses my entire life. I know you're talking about all this warping and stuff, but I have adjusted to it at this point. I am not shelling out an extra $45 for that, because it was originally going to be with the anti-reflective and the thinner lenses, I forget what they call them, but the thinner optic whatever would have been $150 or $160, and I was like, nope, not today. So
yeah, if you're already adjusted to them, that's fine. I made the mistake of
you paid for the good, now you can't go back.
Yeah, I had my first time having bifocals when they switched me over from single vision to, you're an old lady, you need bifocals now.
Progressive.
I got the progressives or whatever. I got my very first bifocals. I got the ones with the line. Couldn't stand those. Immediately went back and got the no line, and then I had those for years. And then during the pandemic, we went back and got glasses. I think that was that trip where we all went.
Y'all all went without me.
We all went without you. We all went.
You didn't want me to see the world
because you weren't living here. Sydney was still living here at the time, so we all went as a group and got our glasses, got our eyes examined, and got our glasses. And I was trying to be, how I am. I'm trying to be conservative and like, well, they're saying add this and add that. I'm like, just do, whatever is the cheapest,
do basics,
blah, 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 whatever. And then I hated them. Because I didn't get the thing that I was used to from before, and I hated them. And so the next time, when just me and your father went and got glasses, and I was on the insurance both times, so I don't know why I thought I needed to just do the cheap cheap. But I was like, you know what, just do it, because I hated them last time that I didn't get. And as I'm getting older, I'm even though I still have trouble spending money, as I'm getting older, I'm getting better at realizing that sometimes it's okay to spend money for certain
For
things.
extra stuff. That's what I was telling my friend. So we went to the gym yesterday because we're being also another life update. I bought a scale back on August 3rd. And when I weighed myself on August 3rd, I was 301. And I just weighed myself yesterday. Your girl's 290.
Because they're working you to death at that job.
Because they're working me to death and I'm going to the gym.
Good for you. Good for you.
But that's what I was telling her, because I was telling her, oh, I think I might start getting protein shakes.
My PSA, weight is not the end all and be all.
Oh, I know.
It's more about eating healthy and making sure you're moving your body, even if you don't lose a single pound.
That I know. I am not one of those people that's going to get like all bent up out of shape over the scale. That's not going to be a problem for me. I mostly, truly, the only real motivation that I have for losing weight, because I feel pretty comfortable how I am right now. I feel a little like I could be stronger, which would be nice. So that's one of my goals. But the main thing is I want to just be able to easily buy clothes off the rack. Buying plus size clothes is a pain in the butt. Always. Yep. But anyway, so I was talking to her about how I was thinking about getting protein shakes. And she's like, oh, well, it's always going to be so much cheaper to get the powder because buying the premix bottles, they're much more expensive. And I'm like, yes, but I'm also paying for me not remembering that I need to make a shake and I have to walk out of the door in 5 minutes and I just want to grab it out of the fridge. That's what I'm paying for.
You're also paying for it to not taste like chalk.
That too. I've heard that the Fairlife ones are the best tasting ones, but also they're like too. Also they're a shitty company. I hear that they beat their cows.
Oh no.
Yes.
Beating
so I'm trying
cows.
To decide. Yeah. I mean, maybe not actually beating them, but
that's not funny. But you're saying they beat their cows. That just I know that's not funny, but
yeah, I don't. But I've heard that those are the best tasting ones, and you know me, they're I eat 5 foods. I can't be messing around with stuff that doesn't taste good.
Yeah. But all that was to say that I get my glasses and then I don't go back every year, even though the eye doctors always tell me to go back every year. I don't go back every year. Okay. I just keep my glasses until I really feel like I can't see anymore. And to be honest, now that I think about it, the last couple eye exams I had, the eye doctor was like, your vision is really not changing that much. Mm-hmm. So you can get new glasses if you want to. It's a small change. But
go ahead.
No, I feel like even if my vision may not be changing that much, I think maybe I need to get new glasses, after a while, simply because I don't take very good care of my glasses.
Exactly.
I saw an optician saying something about don't wipe, which I'm about to do right now. Don't wipe your glasses on the bottom of your shirt because you're rubbing the coating off or you're doing something to it. Your
my glasses are beat up. My wire frames, the other ones that I keep the glasses chain on, those ones, first of all, those are the ones that when I worked at Party City, my manager accidentally dropped a Santa suit on my face, a box with a Santa suit on my face.
Oh, no.
And so the lens popped out and had the big chip on the sides. There's a big chip in those lenses. Plus, one of the screws popped out, so it's held together with if you look really closely at those glasses, right here on the corner is just a big old glob of hot glue because that's all that's holding it together. And then
I used to have lenses pop out all the time when I was younger. Even when I was your age, I used to have lenses pop off. I haven't had a lens pop out in years.
That it drives me crazy, which is why I don't wear those ones super often. But I got a new pair of wire frames, so I'm very excited for you guys to see those when those come in. But these ones don't look nearly as bad. You can see all the blue from where I've colored my hair. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of blue in. But the springs are shot, so anytime I shift my glasses over, they don't stay up.
Oh no.
They just fall. My springs are absolutely shot.
I don't. My
It
glasses
just makes it
don't.
fall off my face.
Like this is my everyday pair, and I have another pair that I wear when I'm getting dressed up because they look a little more cute. But
Hmm.
they are. Um, I don't like the way they feel on my face. I I
Hmm.
I I got those because we get two pairs with Alan's insurance, and so I got one kind of everyday pair and one cute pair for dressing up. But luckily, I don't wear that cute pair very often because I tried wearing them as my everyday glasses when I went away for the weekend, and before I even got to the third day, they hurt my face. I didn't like the way they felt, so I
Was it
only
like
wear
the nose
those.
bridge, or what was hurting
Yeah,
your face?
no, it was the nose
Hmm.
thing, and
Yeah, the guy that was.
it's got pads on it, so it shouldn't be bothering me. But they just
Are those
bother me.
ones wire frames or plastic frames?
What the ones on my face now?
No, the other ones, the uncomfortable
Other
ones.
ones are wire. Yeah.
You can maybe bend the nose things, because that's what, when I picked out the frames that I liked, the guy went to like measure to make sure that the lenses sit where they're supposed to, like so that
Mm-hmm.
the actual focus is where my pupils are and not just like in the center of the frames, because I like
Mm-hmm.
big glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when he did, I like put them on, and he's like, hand them to me, and I took them off, and he like adjusted, and I put them on. He's like, hand them to me, and he adjusted again, and I put them on. I'm like, I mean, I think my nose is crooked because like all of my glasses sit a little bit crooked. And he's like, no, it's not that. You just have a flatter nose bridge. And so these
Mm-hmm.
frames aren't really meant for your face, but they don't really like, there's a different kind of nose pad that's called a universal pad. And it was
Mm-hmm.
created in one of the Eastern like Asian countries, because they also tend to have flatter nose bridges, and so the most of the frames in America are made for people that have more prominent nose bridges.
Okay.
Yes, so he had to readjust them, but he said that the universal ones have like an extra little bend in them to make it easier to just adjust it to the nose. But like my glasses don't really sit on my nose, if that makes sense. Like these are plastic ones, so they're not going to have an adjustable nose bridge. But if you look really closely, my glasses aren't sitting on my nose; they're sitting on my face.
Oh,
They're like
that's
resting on my.
weird.
They rest on my cheeks. That's how all of my glasses are. My glasses sit on my face. They don't sit on my nose. They
That's
sit on my cheeks.
weird.
Yeah, like days when I like get really like hot and sweaty, or if I ever wear like blush here or like wear makeup here, if I take my glasses off, you'll see that there's a line right here on my cheeks from where my glasses have been sitting resting on my face, because they don't like, because you can see I don't have like a prominent nose bridge. It's not like, it's fairly flat until it gets to the nose part.
We both have the same nose. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
which means you have the same problem as me. Good morning, Robin. We're talking about glasses stuff because I just got a new prescription. But my glasses should be in 2 weeks. But one of the main reasons I wanted to go was one. Okay, hang on. Circling back, you said that your eye doctor, that you were told that you're supposed to get your eyes examined at least once a year. It's been 2 years since I had my eyes examined, and then I went in, and the doctor was like, so what are we here for? And I'm like, just to get my eyes re-examined, get new glasses if I need to, check on my prescription or whatever. And he's like, do you feel like your prescription's changed? I'm like, why are you asking me that? We're supposed to come in every year, so you shouldn't be. Why are you asking why I'm here? It's been two
Well,
years.
I think that used to be the advice. I think they don't. I think they don't tell people that anymore.
Oh, okay. Because that's the information that I had as well. So I was like, you don't need to ask me that. It's been over a year. What?
I
But
think. I
anyway,
think. I think. I don't know if it's the advice in general or if it's if you have bad vision, because you and I both have bad vision. And
the lady was, I was looking at the thing on the wall. She's like, okay, read these for me with your glasses. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, now take off your glasses and read them. And I'm like, I think that's an E. That might be an E. It could be anything to me.
uh-huh.
I was like, I know in my heart that that's an E. I cannot see that E.
Uh-huh.
Every 2 years is okay too, Robin says. The prescription is good for 2 years. Yeah, I am starting to think that go in every year is a rumor that was created by Big Optical to sell glasses.
No, I think it's just if you have bad vision.
which I do.
I think the people who don't have bad vision, because I remember when we first took you to get your eyes examined, and they said that you were like that far from being legally blind.
And that was when I first got them. So I think at this point,
that was your first pair of glasses.
I think at this point, without my glasses, I might be legally blind. I couldn't read the E. I think I might be there.
And I know I can't see a thing. My vision is bad enough that not only can I not read stuff, I can't. Like, there's certain colors that I am not going to see if my glasses are not on.
Not you taking your glasses off and going into Pleasantville. All of a sudden it's black and white.
Seriously. So I know my vision's bad. But my vision has been bad since I was like there are things that will not, because I remember when I had to get my glasses as a kid, it was because I got in trouble for not vacuuming the floor. And it was my chore to vacuum the floor.
And I looked floor?
And I was like, okay, it looks clean, so I don't need to vacuum right now. And I got in trouble. And it's like, I do not see anything on this floor. It's because I could not see without my glasses. If there was white specks on a black floor, half the time I wasn't going to see them. That's how bad my vision was. It all blends together. Stuff like that. So.
Ooh, Robin says if I didn't have those special lenses, I'd have Coke bottle glasses. Robin, I am right there with you. I can't see now because I took my glasses off, but do you see how thick my lenses are? Can you see?
Yeah.
You see how thick my right eye is a little bit worse, so it's a little bit easier to see. But my glasses have never been flush with my frames, ever.
Okay.
That is just how glasses look to me. Are yours flush?
Not really, but they don't stick up too bad.
Tilt it down a little bit. Yeah, yours aren't quite as bad as mine.
Yeah. I don't know because I don't know if I opted for the thinner lenses or not.
When I have my wire frames, it's even worse because these plastic lenses are thick, so they cover most of the lens. My wire frames, it looks like you took a chunk of glass and put a little wire around it. It is.
Yeah. See, I remember my glasses being like that when I was your age. So I think I must have started opting for the thinner lenses or something because my glasses barely come out of this, just like a little bit that sticks up right there. But really, they barely come out. Whereas I remember when I was younger, it was clear. You could see where it was because I could pop my lens out of my frames.
Mm-hmm. See, Robin says when I was little, my vision was okay, and then all of a sudden I was watching Sesame Street, and my vision went really blurry and came back, but not all the way. My doctor said it was my antibiotic. Ooh. You must have a special kind of chemistry in your body.
Okay, so you went to the eye doctor.
I did go to the eye doctor. Also, I'm going to be doing my makeup today, so we'll see. I think, because I've got some inspo pictures here, I think the look that I'm going to try to go for is this one right here.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see. These are just some Instagram inspo pictures, so we'll see. Yeah.
Any news on the work front?
Not yet. I've not heard from any of the jobs that I applied to. I still need to call the smoke shop again. The issue that I'm having is that I work during all of the open hours of any store, and I don't want to try to be calling people at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock because I get off work at 6 o'clock. So if I'm calling people at 6 or 6:30, one, I'd be calling in the parking lot of my current job. But two, most people who are going to be the person that's hiring you leave before then. The people that are hiring you are not going to be there past 5 o'clock. So we'll see. I'm going to see if I can try to call some people on Sunday because I have Sundays off. So I'm going to start trying to call some people on Sundays, and I'm going to try to put in a few more applications and see. But worst case scenario, I'll hold out until February. And my friend, my gym partner, She works at a pet shop, like a pet supply shop, and they said that somebody's supposed to be leaving in February, and she's been like talking me up. So she told me that they want me to, if I am still looking by then, they want me to try to put in an application in February when that other person leaves. So we'll see if I can hold out till then, which was my original goal, and then I just really got fed up with it. I'm still really fed up with it, but I've been having a few better days. And then also, I don't know how the schedule lined up this way, but I have, because Christmas and New Year's fall on Thursdays, then I have 2 days off. I've got Wednesdays off always, because I always have Wednesdays off. But I have Christmas Eve and Christmas off, New Year's Eve and New Year's off, which is pretty clutch, in my opinion.
Good for you.
Let me move my microphone so I can start it on my face.
That's enough life updates.
Yeah, I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I don't remember now.
Do we have any yarny crafty thoughts? I'm gonna tell you up front. I have nothing. Okay. I worked on the slippers. I posted in Discord that I had about 19 rows left. But somehow I was watching a TV show with your father while I was working, and somehow I messed up. So I had to pull out like 5 rows. So I had to back up. So now that's why I didn't bring it in here to work on while we are talking, because I feel like I have to have something to work on in my hands while we are talking. But
should I try to do blue or should I try to do green?
Well, green would go with your hair.
Green would go. Well, I have blue in my hair too.
We'll try blue.
Okay. That's what was in the picture, but I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with.
Girls seem to be doing blue eyeshadow again, and I'm like, throw back to the 70s, why don't you? But
yeah, I got told by a lady in the drive-thru once that I was very like bold to be doing blue eyeshadow or something. I didn't realize it was a symbol of being a woman of the night.
It's bold enough for white girls to be doing blue eyeshadow. Black girls doing blue eyeshadow is hella bold. But that used to be a thing in the 70s. But
not to be bold.
But yeah, I didn't bring it in here to work on because I don't want to have to rip it out again. But I am going to Robin says she does blue eyeshadow and blue lipstick.
Ooh, I might do a matching blue lippy. Ooh, that would be fun.
But I'm going to Terry's next weekend. I'm really looking forward to it this time because we are going to Luck Factory, which is the game cafe near her.
Oh yeah, you guys really like that place, right?
Well, hopefully we're going, because we were supposed to go 2 visits ago and things did not work out because there were people sick and things like that, so it didn't work out. So I'm hoping that we get to go this time, because we've kind of narrowed our gaming down to, I think we've kind of narrowed things down to, when we get together, we're going to eat some food and play some games, because I only go over there once a month, and I'm the one who's willing to sit and just play games and play games and play games. And she can sometimes get her husband to play games a little bit, and her neighbor will play with her sometimes, but her neighbor has, kids over there that she has to deal with and stuff, but she kind of carves out time. Yes,
I'm listening. I have my earbuds in, so I'll hear you when I walk in there. I've got to go get my purse because it's got my other makeup bag in it.
Okay. But she carves out time to play games when I come once a month. So it has become a thing of, okay, I come once a month. This is when we're going to play games. When we're really going to have just like our game marathon and, pour a little wine and do whatever. So I'm hoping that we do get to go to Luck Factory this time. They've added some new games, and they have a large selection of, like, I think it was 1,200 or 1,500 games. They have a lot of games. And they have a lot of the games. They don't have like all the new hotness, but they have a lot of the games that I've heard, mentioned on different, like when I watch Dice Tower and stuff like that. So, So anyway, your father's going to be gone next week. He's leaving on either Sunday or Monday. So I'm going to work on his blanket next week. So once he leaves, and it's cold enough now that it's not going to bother me to have it across my lap. So hopefully I will get it finished, because I really don't have that much yarn left in that ball. I'm down to like half of that cake. So
I am down to the point in my white skein for my blanket that I need to just use my yarn winder over here and rewind it up, because when the skeins they'll start to they'll hollow out, and then if you shift them around they'll collapse, and then it's just knot after knot after knot when you're trying to pull it out with a center pull. That's where I am, where I have to pre-pull out a good section and make sure that it's not tangled, and then work on it for a little bit, and then pre-pull out a few more.
So I'm going to work on your father's blanket. And then but I also have to work on Terry's slippers to get them done. So I might work on her slippers this week and possibly this weekend, so that I can have them done before your father leaves, so that I can use the time that he's gone to work on his blanket. And then when I come back from her weekend, then I guess I'll just work on my star blanket, work on finishing my star blanket. Today, what I am working on while we are chatting is, I told you I wanted to make more headbands. I don't have the headband on, but that green headband that I wear from time to time.
Yeah. The mesh kind of one?
Yeah, the mesh one, which I made. It feels like it's 20 years at this point. I made it ages ago, and I said, this was an easy pattern. I can make a bunch of these in different colors and
have one for every outfit.
And have them to match my outfits, because they go well with, how I wear my hair. Like I have my hair right now. This is how I wear my hair the majority of the time. A puff on the top of my head, unless I'm wearing a wig. So I like to have some sort of band or something across the front, just to make it look neater, so I don't have to do all that stuff with the edge control and stuff that the girls do.
Bruh, I have edge control and still am not sure how to use it, because
I've never even bought edge control. If I'm going to try to do something with my edges, I will probably try to use that giant jar of Eco Gel that your father bought me for Christmas at least 10 years ago, because I remember he bought me a jar, and I think he either bought you a jar or Sydney a jar. He bought 2 or 3 jars because he asked one of the ladies on his job, what do you use? She had natural hair. What do you use to, with the curly? And she's like, I use Eco Styler Gel. So he bought jars of Eco Styler Gel for us for Christmas that year. I still have that jar.
Yeah, I bought myself a jar of Eco Styler Gel, and I have had it for truly 3 years. Because I just don't use enough gel.
I don't style my hair often enough to actually use gel. I usually just
dry patches on my face. Do you see this?
You need lotion. You need a moisturizer. Do you not use moisturizer?
Not usually. Usually I wake up and my face is my face, and that's all that I do.
But it's winter. You got to put moisturizer on. If you take after me at all, then you are going to have dry patches. I get dry patches right here along my mouth that makes it look like I woke up I drooled in my sleep. Yeah, it looks like I drooled in my sleep and never washed it off. But it's dry skin.
I've got some moisturizer somewhere, a face moisturizer.
I can't fuss at you, because during the summer I barely put moisturizer on, and I have moisturizer. I barely put moisturizer on, and then in winter I start getting the dry patches, and I get surprised by them every year.
It's just not part of my routine. enough
I
that
know.
I can't even find the moisturizer.
And it's my fault because I never made it part of your routine. It's not part of my routine because my mother never made it part of my routine. You hear all those stories about, black kids being all shiny and stuff because their mothers put the Vaseline on them and stuff like that. I never did that to y'all. My mother never did that to me. But let me
I'm
tell
glad
you,
about, because if I was covered in Vaseline, I hate the texture of Vaseline.
oh, but your skin would be so smooth. Your father's legs, smooth. He believes in that Vaseline. If it was up to it was up to me, we would never remember to have Vaseline in the house because I don't think to buy it. It's just not a habit I developed.
The closest thing I have to Vaseline is that, the lotion that I got from the farmer's market lady that I got you a jar?
Yeah.
That's the closest thing I have to Vaseline.
I still have some of that in my house somewhere.
Me too. I've still got 2 jars, I believe, left. Well, like 2 half jars. Ari said getting raunchy over here talking about smooth legs.
I am not getting raunchy. I just said he's all about his self-care. How about that? Yes, moisturize before you put that makeup on.
Well, I was just shaving my eyebrows. I wouldn't even put anything on yet.
So anyway, I was gonna use my I'm making a headband is what I got sidetracked. I'm making a headband. I was going to, because I know it's a simple 2-row pattern. I don't have to think real hard. So I'll probably be working on headbands while maybe I'll make headbands my thing to work on while we are on the stream so that I can crank out some more of these headbands.
Mm-hmm.
I have a white one, not in this pattern, but I have a white one that works for when I have white outfits. So I was going to use that granny square all-in-one because I'm not going to make granny squares out of it, I don't think. So I was going to make a headband out of it. And listen to y'all.
There's some faux outrage going on over there. I read it before I took my glasses off.
Y'all need to step outside and get some cold air on your face.
Splash some water on your face. Calm down.
Get some cold air on your face.
What do I want?
But yeah, so I was going to grab that and I couldn't, but I thought it was sitting over here while we were setting up to do the stream. I reach over and it's the bag that I thought it was in instead has that bag of Karen Simply Soft that I kid you not, this bag of Karen Simply Soft has been here since you were in high school.
Ooh.
Because I remember you were making a
probably some sort of baby blanket.
Yes.
Because that is when my baby blanket time peaked. It was when I was in high school.
Yes, because I think you were doing some sort of
community service for a school program.
Community service project, and so you were going to make a baby blanket. And I was trying to see, did I tear that baby blanket out or is it still in here? I must have torn it out. But I used the leftover yarn that you had to make some squares.
Ooh, okay.
Square. And then another with a circle in the middle.
Why?
Then another traditional granny square.
Cute. My eyebrows are hitting me today.
I had the idea that I was going to use up the yarn that you had from baby blankets. You were doing a ripple. You were doing a ripple blanket, and I think I tore that.
You remember that? I don't even remember that.
It was these same colors but rippled. It was in rows, and I think I frogged it and used some of that yarn for something else. But all I have left now are those 3 squares, a little bit of the purple that's in that square. And I've got some burgundy that I had bought and some black. But I have a shirt. Can you tell that my laundry and everything is right here in my office? Because I don't have to get out of this chair to reach for stuff that we're talking about. Oh,
Meanwhile, I'm running all over my house.
I thought these were the same color, but they're not. See, I've got this burgundy, and I did have this shirt that I just bought. They're not the same color.
It'll still look good, though, especially because the shirt will be here, and it'll be separated by your face. So I think it'll still look good.
So I'll probably use the burgundy to make a headband. I've got some black that I'm making a headband out of now. I figure it'll be a way to use up some of this. Because again, it has been here since you were in high school. It needs to be used up at this point.
Yup. I've made, while we're talking about yarn stuff, I've made a little bit of progress on the blanket, but it's not in like, I could hold it up and it's going to look basically exactly the same as last time I was here. Because I think I've completed like 5 rows, but since I'm doing corner to corner, every row is one more, like it's more stitches every time. So it like progress has slowed. I'm trying to round the corner as fast as I can so that it starts being less.
That's how blankets and stuff usually feel for me. In the beginning, it feels like, ooh, exciting, blah, blah, blah. And then you get kind of bogged down halfway through. And it's like, it feels like it's not getting any bigger. That's how that star blanket was for me. Because you start in the middle and then you go out. And so it feels like, oh, it's, exciting. It's getting bigger. And then you get to a point where it's like, it does not feel like it is doing anything whatsoever. But I can't remember if I showed this yarn at all, but your Aunt Terry went to one of these, it's not like a Goodwill store, but it's one of these stores where, I forget what they call them.
Sound off in the comments. Do these eyebrows look close enough? If they don't, I'll wipe one off. Probably this one. This one's the one I always have trouble with.
It's like, I can't tell you.
I mean, if you can't tell, that means we're doing pretty good.
Let me see.
This is always my problem eyebrow.
Okay,
this
okay.
Okay,
the eyebrow that you said was your problem eyebrow looks good. The other eyebrow looks like it's shorter than the first eyebrow.
Looks like it's shorter. What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Robin says yes. It looks a little shorter. Oh, now I gotta. Okay. Anyway, continue.
But anyway, I couldn't remember if I showed you this yarn before. Terry went to a reuse store or something and took some pictures and said, "Do you want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She spent $9 and bought some yarn that was like, some of it doesn't even have a label on it, like this right here.
Ooh, what is that? Weight for? Let me put my glasses back on. What weight is that? That's a bulky yarn. That looks like a Bernat.
It looks like it might be a 5. It has no label. And then this looks like the same yarn in a different color.
Yep.
I mean, this is the way it came from the store.
That is wild.
This is like
somebody could have rewound that.
This is like a reuse store or something where I think they specialize in like art supply things. Because there was like just like shelves and pencils and different things. Anyway, I've got some brand called Nicole Quality Value Basic Yarn. This is not basic yarn, it's fuzzy.
Ooh.
But it's 112 yards in the ball, and I have 5 balls of this.
Ooh, that's cute.
Oh no, what I couldn't remember if I should. So you don't remember?
I have not seen that. No.
Okay,
I would remember that.
He gave it to me months ago, and then I forgot because it was just sitting downstairs on the couch. So I brought the bag upstairs to let it meet the rest of the yarn. that it was going to live with for the next 20 years.
Not funny. Use that yarn.
I don't know what to use that for, but I told her go ahead and bring it to me. And then I have one ball of Vanna's Choice that I've never used before, but it's in this mustardy yellow. I don't know what I'm going to use this for.
Ooh, I do like that color though.
But this is a 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a 4. This feels very like not just a little bit softer than Red Heart. It's a Lion brand yarn. And then this this is another Karen Bliss, which I'm pretty sure is discontinued.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if they make that anymore.
This is Karen Bliss, and I have 3 balls of this. Don't know what I'm going to do with this.
I like those colors.
Very pretty colors. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is a 5. It's acrylic and nylon, and it's very fuzzy. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this. Because when people, I've had this experience before, when people give me yarn, it's like,
it's always some sort of specialty yarn every time.
Oh, yeah, it's always some sort of novelty yarn because they think, ooh, this is fancy. I bet you could make something fancy with this. Your father has bought me novelty yarn before that I feel guilty has still not been used. And it's still in my, I have a pattern in mind for it. I just have not gotten around to it.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of chunky yarn that was gifted to me that I'm like, I don't use chunky yarn very often. I guess I'm going to start making some hats.
Yeah, I think with the blanket yarn, I think I might make, I don't know, Robin is saying earmuffs. I'm thinking something similar to that.
Ooh, that would be cute.
Something similar to that. As far as coloring is concerned, I was working on one of the things in my my graffiti book, and I tried 2 different pictures, wasn't happy with them, decided not to waste any more ink on those. And then it was after Thanksgiving, and I'm like, you know what? Time to work on those Christmas pictures. You know I'm not a Christmassy person.
Very
but
true.
So when I got in the book, I was like, we got to the Christmas pictures at the end of the book. It was in my Best of 2023 book from Sun Life Drawing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that coloring book that I liked a lot. I colored a lot of pictures in that one. But toward the end, they had a bunch of pictures from their Christmas collection. And I'm like, I am not in the mood to color these right now. So I saved them for, that's just something I tend to do. I'm not a particular, like, I don't really celebrate holidays like that. But if I get like a book, and to like a romance novel, but it's set around Thanksgiving, I'm going to save that to read in November. Mm-hmm. If it's set around Christmas, I'm going to save that to read at Christmas. If it's set around, it's not just Christmas. If it's Valentine's Day, or, you know, like if I see pictures that are more Valentine's pictures in my coloring books, I'm going to save those more for the first of the year. You know, January, February, Valentine's Day type thing. I think it just helps me with my decision making of what am I going to read, or what am I going to watch, or what am I going to color. It's like, well, I can eliminate these and save them for later, because you know I have such a problem making decisions about things. So it helps me. So I'm coloring pictures. I haven't finished my first Christmas picture yet, but I'm thinking by next week I should have a couple Christmas pictures to show, because I have to take a break every once in a while after I've been crocheting or knitting for a little while. For some reason, the coloring doesn't bother my hands and my shoulder as much as the knitting and the crocheting do after a while.
That's not the way it was for me. That one time that I colored that one picture, granted I did do it all in one night, but I was like my arm and my shoulder was killing me. I think I was really just like going at it.
Now, I think when I use colored pencils, I feel that way. Or when I do the George Tefexis books, I feel that way because I feel like I tense up trying to do the little tiny sections in the George Tefexis books, trying to make sure the lines look crisp and everything. I think I just tense up coloring those. So I think that's why those are more difficult for me. But but like you know, my favorite, the Crayola fine liners, I can color with those all day. I'm fine with those. I really want to try the Crayola Super Tips, like the ones that I bought you, but I really don't want to deal with markers that don't have the name or number or anything on them.
Yeah, that's the issue that I had, was I like had to pull my markers out and then like set them aside so I knew which one was for which thing. Because I was doing the mosaic.
That would just annoy me. But so that's all the crafty stuff that I got going on. We are going to move in to our
media consumption.
And while you're doing your face, I just want to do a brief mention because it segues good from our yarny crafty thoughts. I want to do a brief mention about Game of Wool. Have you watched any of Game of Wool?
I haven't yet. I'm still trying to finish out. I'm in the last season of Golden Girls, so I have not yet.
Well, it's on YouTube. You really need to grab it before they take it down, because I feel like they're going to copyright strike that anytime now. So grab it while you can. But before we get into Game of Wool, Robin says she doesn't like Christmas, but she likes Christmas Eve. I don't understand what that's about, but
my issue is I don't like Christmas decorations. Yeah, I don't like Christmas decorations. Christmas decorations, unless they're like the very like vintage classic decorations, like modern Christmas decorations, ugly, tacky. Don't like any of them because they're either ugly or they're like they'll go for like a monotone like beige and silver, and I'm like.
Oh, so you're talking about the sophisticated ones. You would love this year then, because this year supposedly the trend is to go back to a vintage Christmas. They're calling it a Ralph Lauren country Christmas, but really, when you look at it, it's really just a vintage Christmas. It's red and green and plaid, red and green plaid and wood, and it's just regular old Christmas.
Yeah, without all the weird modern beige stuff going on.
Yeah, it's no pink Christmas trees or anything like that. So, yeah, you would like that. But Game of Wool, I have watched it. I am caught up on season 5. Honestly, I there's not a lot that I can say that other people have not said before, because I watch a lot of the reactors on YouTube.
I haven't watched any reactors, so say it to me as if I have not heard anything.
Well, basically, Robin's talking about the retro with the big bulbs. Yeah, I just heard somebody talking about how they prefer the incandescent bulbs over the LED bulbs. That they just have a better glow to them. I have to agree on that. And I remember I was looking over at our neighbor across the street. They have their lights up, and they just have a string of those white icicle lights. You know, where like the string goes this way, and
they like come down.
Little strings of lights that come down, and they're all white. And I remember when those first came out, I thought, oh, those are so sophisticated, you know. And now, because I not that I would want to do like, you know, the silver and gold Christmas or anything, but I remember thinking, oh, the all white lights are sophisticated, or some of the things were sophisticated. And now that everybody does them,
yes,
they are boring. Even though I'm not a Christmas person, but they, everybody does them, so they're boring. Robin was asking what Game of Wool is. Yeah, it's like British Bake Off, but supposedly for knitters. Although
there was a controversy because it seems that the show wasn't really created for knitters. It seems like it was more created for people who don't knit to watch people knit, like how Great British Bake Off or the pottery throwdown. Like the people that watch that probably aren't potters. It's just like a peek into that world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your father and I watch Pottery Throwdown. We love Pottery Throwdown. I don't know how real potters feel about that, but we love Pottery Throwdown. We watch it every time there's a new season. And I like the British Sewing Bee. I used to watch the British Bake Off, but when they changed hosts and changed networks over in England, they changed hosts, and the new hosts aren't for me. I like the old school with Mary Berry and the two comedians Mel and Sue who were the hosts. But I like the British Sewing Bee. That's available for free on Roku, all 9 seasons. The Great Pottery Throwdown is like free on Roku right now. So if you want to watch any of that, that's up there. But there was a jewelry show that was hosted by a comedian that I like.
I think we watched an episode of that.
Yeah, I think we did watch.
We watched it together.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to bring that back, but I enjoyed that show. But this is just, it's like they're trying to jump on that bandwagon, although it's a little late, but they're trying to jump on that bandwagon, but it's like they're doing everything all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
because the host is not someone who's like known for knitting. He's a footballer who was caught knitting a few times. Is he known specifically? Because I thought he was a footballer.
Well, no, he's a swimmer.
He's a swimmer. He's a sporter.
He's an Olympic swimmer on the British Olympic team, and he's won silver and gold. He knit a lot. He has his own yarn line that he adored. I mean, and you can't get mad at him for that. He knits, so he has a yarn line. He has more business having a yarn line than most of these actresses have having a perfume line. Or J-Lo had an eyeglass line, and J-Lo does not wear glasses. I had a pair of those. I had my favorite frames from the last 15 years were a pair of J-Lo frames. Those were good glasses, and I lost them.
Oh no!
But yeah, people when he was just a swimmer who also knits and crochets, people were like, yay. Him hosting the show, people were like, oh, please stop.
Lost minds.
Because he's not a comedian. The thing is that the formula for this kind of show, when you look at Bake Off or Pottery Throwdown or Sewing Bee, the formula is that the host is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they can do the cute little corny jokes in between. I don't mind him either, Ronald. Ronald's saying that he doesn't mind Tom Daly. I don't mind him either, but I can see why people are like, he's not a comedian. So that's the first strike. He's trying to be a comedian, and he's not a comedian. So his attempt at the corny jokes that the other comedians do falls flat. The challenges are stupid to me. The closest thing to this show is, are you out of pencil?
It's about to be gone. That's all I got left.
Oh no.
Because I can't do liquid under my eye. I have to pencil under my eye. I got to go back to 5 below.
Oh, poor baby. The closest thing to this show would either be Pottery Throwdown or Sewing Bee. Okay, those are the 2 closest competition shows to this. Okay, I would say Sewing Bee. To me, in my mind, Sewing Bee is the closest, probably because it's all some
it's
sort of
also a fiber craft. Yeah.
On Sewing Bee, the first thing they do is they hand them all the same exact pattern and let them pick what fabric they want to do it in, and then they give them a certain amount of time and judge on how well they did it. They don't do that on this show. They say, we need you to make, like, the first episode they had to make a like a vest or a tank top. The second episode they had to make a dog coat. The third episode I think was either the third or fourth episode they were making. The fourth episode they were making a child's what they call fancy dress, which is basically a play costume. Like dress up like a bear, dress up like a dog, whatever, that kind of costume. But they had to design it themselves. They had to come up with what they were going to do. They didn't, I would rather see them be given a pattern and all of them follow the same exact pattern and see how they do and see how.
Or give them a pattern and like, how would you alter it for this? How would you alter this pattern for that? Or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do some of that because, like, the last couple challenges, like this challenge Ron hasn't watched the fifth episode, so I won't say, but they did do a challenge. They did they had one where they had to make swimwear. Also on that swimwear week, what they do is they do a challenge where they're individual, and then the second challenge they do a group challenge where they're paired off in 2s or 3s. Yeah, Ronald says some of them are literally designers, and others of them have never designed a thing.
Ooh.
But which is kind of unfair because the one guy who
Isn't that what they do for like cooking shows too? And like, what is it? Project Runway. They would pull people that are like, I've been sewing at my house for 15 years. I sewed for my daughter's prom. And somebody else who's like, or are they all novices on shows like that? Or like novices?
I don't know. On Sewing Bee, they are all novices. Like novices in that it's not their job to sew stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, the closest they have one, like on the Sewing Bee, the closest I've seen is a person who works for the film industry, and his job is to take fabrics and make them look a certain way. So he can design fabric, but he just got into sewing during the pandemic, so he wasn't that much of a sewer. But he's like, he takes the blue jeans and makes them look like they're 50 years old, throws the dirt at them and does the thing. Mm-hmm. That's his job. That's the closest to fabric arts as I've seen professional on that show. And same thing on Pottery Throwdown. None of them are professional potters. They just do it, as a hobby. Ronald's saying the one man had never crocheted before, and then he was asked to make a whole Halloween costume completely in crochet. That's the other thing that has crafters going out of their minds.
That's big stuff to be making.
They call it Game of Wool, but then the tagline under that is the search for Britain's best knitter. And they keep saying knitting. And I mean, Tom Daly knows the difference between knit and crochet, but even he keeps saying knitting. Like they have a challenge where the judges say, this challenge is to make da-da-da, and it needs to be all in crochet. And then right after that, Tom Daly will say, okay, everybody, let's get knitting. Because that's the...
Do you think it might be one of those things... Do you think it might be one of those things where like in the UK, they'll call any yarn, they're like, oh, let me get some wool, even though it's not wool, it's yarn.
You would think, but the reactors I'm watching are British, and they're going, why is he doing that?
Oh.
Why is he doing that?
Okay, sidebar. I'm about
Exactly.
to start getting into the line art for the thing. I've decided instead of doing it all in black, I'm going to do it in white since my whole outfit today is black and white. I'm going to do
That
the
sounds
line art in white.
good. The but basically some of the complaints that I've heard are like Robin says, it sounds like there's a mix of experienced people and novices, and there are. The one guy who everybody is saying looks like he's a front runner, which automatically makes the show boring if you can see from episode 1 who's going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not boring to me, but I can see why it's boring to some people that you can see who's going to win. Because I'm not watching to see who's going to win. I'm just watching to see what batshit crazy thing they're going to make them make this week. That's kind of how I'm watching it, to see what are they going to make them make and how are they going to mess up. What are they going to say wrong this time? You know, what crazy AI picture are they going to show and try to tell us that that's crochet, where they're clearly holding the hook wrong or whatever. But yeah, Ronald says to him there are two obvious front runners. There's one guy, his name is Holger, and he's German. And he has, from what somebody said, he has a design degree.
Ooh.
So, of course, he's going to do
immediately above everybody else.
So, of course, he's going to do well. Bye, Ari.
Bye, Ari.
I think that was Ari. Maybe not. Whoever that Roxas 358 times 2 is.
That's Ari.
That's Ari. Huh?
I believe that's Ari. All of his usernames are Roxas. Okay. Unless it's somebody else and I missed it.
Okay. Ronald is saying in episode 4 they had to make tapestry knit.
Okay.
Apparently knitting doesn't work well as a tapestry because it doesn't lay flat, so why did they ask for this? Well, I mean, there's ways to do it though.
And can't you like block it?
I mean, that's the other thing. That's the other thing on this week's thing. They a lot of the commenters are upset because some people got called out on their thing being misshapen, but nobody had a chance to block anything. So you can't get mad at them for it being pooched out if they didn't have a chance to block it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that pooched out to begin with. I'm not saying exactly what it is because Ronald hasn't watched the 5th episode yet. But they can't be mad if it's being pooched out if
you're not going to give them the chance to properly finish the product.
And they're having them make big things. Like on the very first episode, the group challenge was to make a cover for a couch. Like the whole couch. Like cover the little feet of the couch and everything. They want the whole thing. They want the whole thing covered, the cushions, the back, everything. Not just throw a blanket across the back. I'm talking the whole thing. The only challenges that seem halfway reasonable are they've had them make on group challenges. They've had them make sweaters a couple times, and that halfway seems reasonable because if you've got 3 people, then you've got some of them working on.
You make one panel, you make another panel, you do the arms. Yeah.
Ronald is saying that all the people involved are saying that the edit is weird. Because there is like you're seeing some of, I don't follow any of the judges or anybody who are on the show, but I'm hearing some of the reactors say that they follow the judges or different contestants after they've been eliminated, and that like the judges are saying we said a whole lot more about this and this and this, and none of that made it to the show. So the judges, the little bits that get into the show are not very technical bits. So even though these judges are supposed to be professional knitters, they, who have like knit pieces for TV shows and stuff, they look like they don't know what they're talking about because they cut anything that's instructive and if you're trying to get if you're trying to get people who are already, another complaint I've heard is that if you're trying to get people who are already in the craft to like maybe learn something new or something different they've never done before, that's not helping because they're not demonstrating how stitches are done. There was one point where some demonstration was done when they had a crocheter on as a guest judge. And she actually demonstrated how, okay, this is how this is, and this is, and it's just, Ronald's also commenting on another thing that people are complaining about, where they're making money off of the people's designs but not paying them. They're selling kits. They're selling kits where you can make the item from the episode.
Ew.
Because it's being sponsored by, the show is being sponsored by a yarn company, and the yarn company is selling on their websites certain kits from the show that people had designed. So yeah, that's the thing.
They're not paying them for it. Yeah, that's
the thing. I can understand why people are mad about that. It is a little bit icky. I can't get myself too bothered about it because I feel like when you sign up for these shows, just like in the terms of service, when we download a video game or go on,
it was probably the concept of like anything you make is going to be blah blah blah.
It's going to belong to the show. It was probably in the contract, and they probably agreed to do that anyway. It was probably there in the contract. So we're getting mad on their behalf, but they probably knew because it was in the contract. And if they didn't read the contract all the way and missed that, then that is on them because they signed up to be in the show. But I can see how it still feels icky to a viewer.
Yeah, because like, why would that even be in the contract? Like, why would you not? Why did no one negotiate this?
Yeah. It just smacks of this show probably isn't going to make it past one season, so let's make as much money off of it as we can.
Yes.
Because if you thought that it was going to be a long-lasting thing, then you would negotiate fair terms because you would be getting your money over time anyway. And one of the reactors that I watch, I also wanted to talk a little bit about the reactors that I watch, because there is a channel called Crochet Junction where she was mainly on Instagram and she wasn't really doing YouTube, but her followers on Instagram were like, you should do your reactions to this show on YouTube where you can do a longer video or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she started up her YouTube channel just to do reactions to this, and she's added a few other videos since then. But I like her because, she's the only black person I see reacting. She's British, but she's black.
We're here. We're reacting.
We don't count. And she's the only black person I see reacting. And she's just a fun person to watch. Her channel is Crochet Junction.
I can't remember if I've seen her channel or not.
She's a fun person to watch. I watched the something of craft. I can't remember her name, but she's British and I like her. And then there is another reactor I watch called Knit Nottingham. That's a husband and wife, and they own a yarn shop. And
I think I've skipped past their channel a couple times but haven't seen it.
And they're interesting because they were saying, one of their comments was, the husband flat out hates this show.
Ooh.
But he's watching it just because everybody else is watching it. But he flat out hates the show. But I was trying to find the other person that I watched that reacts.
I think I'm going to add some more details. I hope I don't overdo it.
But they were saying that the patterns, first of all, they said nobody's coming in their shop asking for any of these patterns off of this show. Second of all, they were thinking about getting some of the kids patterns, the fancy dress costume patterns because there aren't a lot. They said there aren't a lot of patterns in general for making fancy dress for kids. So
Yeah.
they thought a couple of them were cute, so they were going to get the patterns in. But the company makes you buy so many.
Ooh.
Like, they don't let you buy 5 patterns or 10 patterns or like a mix or whatever.
Like a minimum of 100 patterns.
Yeah, they make you buy 100 patterns or whatever, and it's like, this is too many patterns. I don't think we're going to sell this many patterns because we're just a little small shop kind of thing. I'm trying to see if I can find that other person that I watch. But yeah, so it's like, and I also watched Stuart the Wool Patch react, and he also owns a shop. What's interesting about Stuart the Wool Patch and the Crochet Junction is that their reactions, Stuart has a woman, I think her name is Betty, who she's been on the sewing bee. She was on the sewing bee. I don't remember if I saw her on one, because I haven't seen all the seasons yet, but I don't know if I've seen her before. And Crochet Junction, her good friend that reacts to the Game of Wool with her was also on the sewing bee. So that's two people who have been on the competition shows before, and that putting their input in helps also.
Yeah.
Bottom line, because I'm not giving any coherent reaction to this show. Bottom line, it's a train wreck. I'm watching it just to see the mess that they make. Just to see what crazy thing they asked them to make this week. And to see if they finish it or not. And then just to see what the reactors are going to say about it. I just watch it so then I can go watch the reactors and see what they say about it. Because, I don't like to watch a reactor if I haven't seen the thing that they're reacting to.
Yeah.
So, I gotta
go check it out.
I don't think it's the Corner of Craft. That's the other one that I was talking about that reacts. I like her too. So, those are all the ones that I watch. Their reactions. And it's just, I wish that there was another show that did this, but did it better. But I have a feeling that so many people are complaining about this show that there won't be another show.
I was hoping that this would be the show that paves the way for more shows like this in the future. But if you bunk it up the first time, they're not going to let you make another one.
Exactly. So you're still watching Golden Girls?
I am in I think I just hit season 7, and things get wild in the later seasons. They start taking some big swings in the later seasons. Blanche's dead husband, we find out, had an affair and had another child, and that child shows up asking about him. Rose was adopted, which we knew in the earlier seasons, but turns out her birth father is still alive, and she visits him in the hospital. What is her name? Dorothy and Stan, why does he always, every time he knocks on the door, they open the door, he's like, "Hi, it's me, Stan." Even in season 6, he's like, "Hi, it's me, Stan. We know who you are." Why is that how you come to the door? Also, even if it's not for the sake of the audience, the characters know who you are. The person answering the door is your ex-wife. Why are you saying that? It's wild. But Dorothy and Stan, so one of the things, Stan invests in this really brilliant baked potato tchotchke and makes a bunch of money, and then now that he has money, feels like he's able to buy Dorothy the things that she deserves. So he starts courting her again. They start dating again. He proposes to her. They go to get married again, and then while the wedding is set up on the lanai, which is a fun word that I like saying now, on the lanai, while everybody's out there waiting for the wedding to they have the wedding set up on the lanai, and Stan is like, "Hi, this is my friend. He's gonna be my best man. He's also a lawyer. he's like a big like celebrity lawyer, and he's like, he thinks it's a good idea if you sign this, asking her to sign a prenup. Even though in their first marriage, she was the one making all of the money and supported his ass. And then even after they got divorced, continued to give him money and support his ass. And then he's asking, and it's not even, truly, it wasn't even his idea. The lawyer talked him into it, and he agreed to it because, as they would say on the show, he's a yutz. Like, what? Why would you think this is a good idea? It was so stupid. So that fell through. I feel like there was one other like big thing that happened. What happened? Oh, Blanche's daughter decides to get pregnant through
surrogacy or
insemination. She goes to a sperm bank, and Blanche has a hard time with all of this, but then finally agrees, like, if you want to have a baby and you're doing it on your own terms, this is okay, and I will support you. And then the daughter comes back because she's pregnant and it's time to have the baby, which, girl, how'd you get here? You're not supposed to be flying in your last trimester. How'd you get down here? But anyway, she comes back and she's like, I wanted to have the baby here.
I can't remember where Golden Girls is. Are they in Florida?
Miami. Okay. They are in Miami.
I know they're in some warm weather place.
Yes.
I couldn't remember.
So the daughter comes back to have the baby, and then Blanche is still on her shit. And so they're at the hospital, and someone asks, like, who's the baby's father? Oh, the baby's father is busy. Like, oh, who do you want to have with you? Well, the baby's father couldn't be here, so I'll be like, girl, calm down. You already were okay with it before. I need you to continue being okay with it now. I need you to chill out. Truly chill out. So
it was still the 80s. It was still the 80s where people were gonna, cast a side eye.
Yes, but there are also some episodes that really did not age well, which I think I talked about before, but some episodes that truly did not age well. Like there was so Dorothy's son.
Have you finished your makeup?
Almost. I finished one eye. How do we feel about that?
It looks nice. Keep working because you don't have much time.
Oh, I can't see the clock because I don't have my glasses on. But Dorothy's son decides that he wants to marry another musician, like a singer. Turns out the singer is
okay. He's saying 80s. No, was Golden Girls not 80s? Am I misremembering?
No, you were right because we looked it up because it stopped in 1992, the year before I was born.
Okay. Yeah, I know it started in the 80s.
But Dorothy's son decides that he wants to marry this singer from one of the like groups that he's been performing with because he's a musician. And she's like, okay, great. I can't wait to meet her. She walks in. First of all, she's black. Second of all, she's like 20 years older than him. And so the issue that Dorothy has is that she's so much older than him. She's like, black, I don't care. Why are you dating a woman that's so much older than you? And so they're having that issue. And then Dorothy's family shows up. And then Dorothy's family is like, I don't care the age difference. Why are you marrying a white boy? So they are having that issue. And then so they're all in the living room, like arguing about it. And then Rose and Blanche are back in the kitchen, and they're doing like mud masks or something. And then they come out to see this black family in their living room, and it looks like they're doing blackface because they have these mud masks on. Yes, and so they're like, they played it off because obviously they did not do this on purpose. They're just doing the mud mask, but they played it off as a bit, and I'm like, no, this feels yucky. I don't like it. And there are also like several references to Donald Trump that I'm like,
yeah,
nope,
yeah.
nope.
Back then, the references to Donald Trump were like, oh, everybody,
because he was just a millionaire man.
Everybody likes Donald Trump.
Yeah, it was, but I'm enjoying it, but I'm not able to, because for a while I was listening to the episodes while I was at work, because with sitcoms, once you get it, you don't really need to see what's going on screen. You can hear them talking, and unless they're doing a lot of physical comedy, which this show doesn't, unless they're doing a lot of physical comedy, you can kind of get the gist of the episode without watching. I was just listening to it like a podcast. But because they're taking so many, because one, I'm in the final season, two, they're taking so many big swings, I've stopped listening to it at work so I can sit down and actually watch it at the house.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying it.
Sidebar, knitting with a single strand of this lovely Karen Simply Soft. I know y'all don't like Karen Simply Soft, but I do.
It
feels so much better after holding strands of Red Heart Super Saver together. I am hating those slippers so much right now. I hate the color. I hate the way it feels to knit them. I just hate it. Promote Error 313. New episode came out this week.
Oh yeah, new episode. I am not even caught up on listening to the episodes. I recorded the episodes, but I've only listened to the first episode of season 2.
Oh, so the new episodes are actually coming out. That's why it was updated in my Spotify.
Yeah, the new episodes are coming out. I only listen to the first one because the episodes come out while I'm at work, and then I forget to go back and listen to them. So I
need to re-listen to
season 1.
Season 1 because these days my memory is just like, I'm not going to remember. A new book, Nikki Clark is like an author that I really like because she's a Black author who writes Black romance with Black aliens.
Ooh.
There's hardly any Black authors writing romance with Black aliens, with Black characters and Black aliens. So I like her, but she had a series that I really enjoyed that had like 5 books in it, plus some spin-offs to the side books. And but I just looked up. I read those in 2020. She just released a new book this week. I ain't gonna remember who all these people are.
No.
She's calling back to people from that series plus the spin-off, the slight spin-off series from that series, and I read those in like 2022. I don't remember these people. I'm glad that she released a new book, but I'm not going to go back and reread all those other books.
I would love if
to enjoy a book when there's something in the back of my brain where I kind of remember that I'm supposed to know who these people are, but I don't really remember exactly who they are, and it just hampers my enjoyment of the book.
I would really love if books and series started with a recap of like, here we are thus far. I know it's been 4 years. Here we are thus far.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice. And see, I used to, because there were sometimes you would read books where in the beginning kind of reiterate who the characters were. And I used to get mad at that because I would read the series back to back and it's like, I'm reading this whole series. I already know who character A, B, C, and D is. You don't have to tell me again that they fell in love on planet X and did blah, 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 blah. But if it's been 5 years since you last released the book, maybe you might need to throw that recap in there.
Give a recap. Even if it's not a recap, because like even if you don't do a recap that's like included in the actual novel, just do a page at the beginning. Give me a preface that's like, I know it's been 4 years. If you are reading these back to back, you can skip this. Here's what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Because I started to read it because it's like, oh, a new Nikki Clark. She hadn't put one out in a while, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to read it and it's like, ugh, I can't even enjoy this because I don't remember who any of these people are. It's just frustrating. Okay, it says also Deborah Knits. I don't know if you watch Deborah Knits. I don't watch her very often. You couldn't miss her because she's a white girl with voluminous curly hair.
Okay.
Voluminous. And she has a video out. It's been out a couple weeks now about 2000s knits. I don't think that's what she calls the video, but it might be fun for you to watch if you wanted to have an idea of. I always think of my knitting and crocheting as having distinct periods in my life because I take breaks from it, and it's usually long breaks. So like I learned to knit as a kid, and I used to knit when I was in junior high school. knit and crochet a little bit, but mostly knit when I was in high school. Then I took a break. In junior high school. Then I took a break. Then I attempted knitting socks when I was around 18. That was a massive failure. Then I took a long break. And then I started back knitting and crocheting in earnest when I was pregnant with you. And that lasted for a little while. And then I took a long break.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did a little bit where I taught you guys while you were in high school and your sisters were in junior high school. But that period when I was pregnant with you and shortly after I had you, that was when I first really discovered knitting and crocheting on the internet. Because all the periods previous to that, I just taught myself what I needed to know from books. Because there was no YouTube, there was no nothing. So that period when you were a baby was the beginning of my internet, thing. And so this video shows a lot of the patterns that were popular when I was in my first phase of being on the internet.
Sidebar.
It's crocheting.
Ari, I'm excited that you're practicing eye makeup. Don't just practice one eye, because then you'll get really good at doing your right eye, and then you have to copy it on your left eye, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Definitely practice both eyes. I learned from experience.
Good information. But she, actually, I think mostly because I think she's doing mostly late 90s, early 2000s. So it was that period right after your sisters were born. But again, that was the period where that was when I was first discovering internet, when I bought that knitting machine, when I used to buy knitting magazines, when there used to be before there was Facebook and all what we consider modern social media, there used to be these just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not mailing lists, but there used to be these listservs. And there was one called the Knit List. It was just called the Knit List. And it had thousands of people. And okay, here it is.
This might be about to get real obnoxious. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, it's not too bright. Definitely mute this ad.
Extremely important for Americans without health insurance. Or
nobody's paying us for this. I feel like I've seen maybe the thumbnail of one of these videos of the early 2000s.
So yeah, Ten Y2K knits everyone was obsessed with, and I see the voluminous curly hair.
Yes.
She has the voluminous curly hair. And she I don't watch her videos very often because I'm not heavy into knitting these days, and I have found that when I watch knitting videos I kind of get bored. Because I'm not, and she did a whole video kind of explaining why I get bored. Because
really,
well, because the knitting, I remember that scarf. I'm gonna turn this off because
it's gonna distract you.
But I remember that scarf. Yeah, it's gonna distract me. But it's 10Y2K Knits by Deborah Knits. That's if you just want to have an idea of what knitting was like for me when you were a baby, those were all the yarns that they were talking about.
I'm definitely gonna look at it.
Because it was, I haven't finished. I watched it about halfway through. I didn't finish watching it, but I thought I'd mention it. Let's see, Miss Dani, if you are curious, I'm trying out a new hobby. I've been inspired by Drag Race to see if I got what it takes to be a drag queen. Oh my goodness.
I was just showing some people my drag king pictures. That one time that I did like full on drag king makeup on TikTok. I was just showing somebody at work those pictures yesterday.
See, I would like to there was briefly a show that RuPaul did where they took women and dressed them in the full drag queen thing.
They took just cis women. Yes.
Yeah, that is a show that I would go on. That's a show I would have went on. There's a lot of reality shows where I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. This is too much. But that's a show I would have auditioned for.
I wish I brought that show back because I really enjoyed that one.
And let them make me over in the full exaggerated femininity. Mm-hmm. Because I am a cis female, but I am not, and I'm not a particularly feminine one. You know, I don't dress, I rarely wear heels. Why are you?
I feel like if you could wear anything that you wanted, you would be very femme. Like if money was not an option and you could have the wardrobe that you wanted, you would be very femme. You're not femme right now, but I feel like you would be very
probably.
Femme.
Well, no, I think 15 years ago I probably would have. I think nowadays my full interest is comfort. So what I like to look at, that looks really nice. I like that.
The white doesn't look too.
I'm not sure about the tribal line down your chin, but that looks like tribal makeup here.
Ooh, actually, I even forgot these eyes. Yeah, the eyes I'm pretty happy with. I feel like they turned out how I wanted.
But yeah, I think nowadays I am fully into comfort. I'm not going to put on a pair of heels. I am not going to wear stockings or tights where I used to wear tights all the time. Pulling on leggings feels too much like putting on tights these days. Ooh. I don't want to feel constricted. I don't like putting a bra on. But the outfits I like to look at are the fully wearing the girdle and the push-up bra and the heels, the hose with the seam up the back, the whole
Have
thing.
Fun at your meeting. I gotta go.
Yes, have fun at your meeting. I know you just love those Wednesday meetings.
Give me their number. I'll call them and tell them you can't go to no more meetings on Wednesday.
But it's too much for me. So I think if I was to do anything feminine these days, it would be more in the bohemian cottagecore type thing, because those girls wear flats and they don't wear pantyhose. So it would be more of the flowy dresses and things like that if I was to do it nowadays. But again, 15, 20 years ago, it would have been very much 1940s pinup. But that's too constricted now. I can't. Anyway, YouTube,
go ahead.
I'm just going down the list. YouTube has a recap now?
Yes. Did you see it?
No,
I watched mine yesterday. It's not like the YouTube like.
Did you see what I put in Discord that recap season has begun? If that's the first recap I've seen, is the Twitch recap. I haven't
the first
seen
one
because
I don't watch enough Twitch because I don't like watching lives, even though I like making them. But the first
I
one here,
watch Twitch.
Your 2025 recap is here, and it's like the Spotify rewind.
Well, I guess I'll have to look on my phone. So maybe that's why I've never seen it, because I rarely pull up YouTube. Yeah. Excuse me, I rarely pull up YouTube on my phone. I watch YouTube on my TV because Roku has a module to watch it on your TV, so I watch it on my TV.
But it shows what genres I watch the most, and all the channels that I watch the most.
Oh yeah, I'll have to pull that up.
Yeah, it's super cute.
That's
My top
cool.
channels, Drawfee, and then Gab Smolders, and then Jacksepticeye,
yeah.
and then Sia Malongi because I keep rewatching the Cafe Latte videos. I was in the top 0.2% of viewers.
Oh Lord.
I watch too much. I'll share my YouTube recap in the Discord so that people can watch.
Yeah, I'll share mine.
I'll share your recaps.
I'll share mine in the. This year I'm just gonna share all the recaps unless they're terribly embarrassing.
Unless they're scandalous.
I'll just share all my recaps, but I don't think I'll have too many. But I'll definitely look for that YouTube one. My other note, music hits different in the dark.
What did that mean? I saw that and I was like, this feels like a faux outrage moment. What are you saying?
No, it's not faux outrage. It's just, I kind of changed my routines around a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I started listening to music a little bit at night on YouTube while I'm doing my little gambling apps. Mm-hmm. I'm checking those before bed for a few minutes. And so I'm listening to music while I do that. And I don't usually listen to music a lot during the day. I listen to podcasts or people talking or whatever, so I don't get bored while I'm working. So I don't really listen to music. And I've started listening to a lot of this 70s music and stuff that I enjoyed when I was a teenager or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I tried listening to it again during the day because I was like, oh, I'm really enjoying this, but I can't sing with it because your father's right next to me sleeping. So I'll listen to this tomorrow while I'm working. I'll save this playlist and listen to it tomorrow while I'm working. And listening to it during the day just doesn't, it's like, oh yeah, I enjoy this. Yeah. But listening to it at night when it's dark, smile, show me those teeth. You want to show me those teeth.
Love you. I'll send you a picture later. He's got to go.
I'm waiting on Joe called me. He's gonna pick me up.
Okay.
But at night, I'm in my bed and I'm all cozy and it's dark. It's completely dark. And then the songs that I'm listening to, 70s music, at least the 70s music I used to listen to was a lot more melancholy than I remember. So there's a lot of, I loved you, but now you're gone and we can't ever be together again and all this other kind of stuff. Just really kind of just, I wish for the days that I remember and all this other kind of stuff. And it's just hitting different when it's dark. And it's just
it's also like winter, so everybody's going through the seasonal depression or whatever, and it's I
didn't go through earlier depression. I don't go out in the sunshine.
Very true.
In the summer.
You don't go outside.
So I don't
You're getting the same amount of vitamin D no matter what.
Exactly. I don't go out like that, but it's just weird how it just hits different. But at least when your father's gone next week, when I'm listening to it in the dark, I can sing out loud.
Chloe's gonna be like, what is going on?
Okay, do we want to try to run through these last three really quick? Walmart removing price tags.
Yeah, that was just a quick video that I saw that Walmart
I saw that video too.
Yeah, it was a lady who was like going through because she's like, everybody was talking about it, but I didn't think it was happening in my Walmart. And she goes and there's no price on any of the tags, so you have to bring everything to the front or find one of those little scanners to scan stuff. Or I think you can scan it in the app too, but what is the purpose?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess
it sounds like the purpose is for them to be able to update prices like quickly. Like if they want to put stuff on sale, rather than having tags on everything and then you have to go back and pay somebody to retag everything. Mm-hmm. If it's just related to the barcode is in the computer, and then you can go on the computer and just change the price that's related to that barcode.
But I saw
to go around to tag everything.
That's all well and good, but first of all, Walmart, you're a multi-million-dollar corporation. You can pay some people to put some tags on stuff. Second of all, I saw some people in the comments saying that isn't it like law that you have to have things clearly priced?
I don't know. So they don't, because all I saw was a video of somebody reacting. Did they like pull the prices off of like the shelves too? So, like,
I don't know, because the person that I saw, they were only looking at hanging items, but there was like
that's what I saw was like
tag, and there's no
tags hanging from the clothes. Yeah, tags hanging from the clothes. But I'm wondering if they've done the same thing to the shelves.
That's what I'm thinking, Robin, and that's what some of the people in the comments said too. Because some of these stores, like if you have a store like my Walmart here in the middle of the city, the items probably cost more than your Walmart that's not in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Because they have different prices in different areas. And some people were saying like probably so that they can like charge whatever they feel like it whenever they feel like it, which I like.
Yeah.
Honestly, for a corporation, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, which is annoying.
Yep.
Okay, did you want to tell me about a brain training game?
Oh,
I think you already told me about that game.
I think I'd already told you about this game, and then
Okay.
What is this fast food thing?
Oh, just my same old rant of I am tired of people talking junk about fast food. Not the people who are like, oh, I eat clean now, so I don't ever eat McDonald's. Those people annoy me. But it's more the people like, and I hate to say it, but your Aunt Terry is one of those people because
crunchy people.
Grew up crunchy granola, so she makes all her stuff. She does all her own cooking, unless she rarely goes out to restaurants because she prefers to cook.
Research, Robin.
She prefers to cook all her stuff, and so she hates going anything Burger King, McDonald's. She thinks it's all nasty, and I love her, but it irritates me when she's like, oh, they went to nasty McDonald's. It's like, can you just say McDonald's? I already know that you don't think like it's nasty and that you're not going to eat it, but you don't have to say nasty every time because other people are eating it.
Also, it's not good for you, but they make it taste good. That's how they're making all this money. It's not nasty. They make it taste good. Like, unless you're getting a burger that fell on the floor and then they put it back on your bun, like, they go out of their way to make it taste good, so you will pay your $6 a burger.
Exactly. But she has her own, she has her own preferences of how things taste, so she doesn't like certain ingredients and this and that and the other. So she has her own hang-ups about food, which I already lecture her on. So it's not just fast food. So I'm going to leave that alone. But just in general, because like I see people dogging Arby's. Who's eating at Arby's? Arby's is nasty. Why are you eating at Arby's? Arby's is expensive, true, but Arby's is good. I have always enjoyed Arby's. I do not understand. I know Arby's is not your preference, but Arby's, I don't understand the universal pylon of Arby's. Arby's tastes good. From people who eat fast food, people who eat Taco Bell. But you're gonna dog on Arby's.
But you can't eat Arby's. It feels like a meme at this point. Like how everybody makes fun of Nickelback. Like, I can't believe you're listening to Nickelback. Like, it feels like a meme at this point.
Exactly.
Bruh. Robin says, I have this one friend that he said his body was a temple, so he won't eat any fast food, but he smokes cigarettes.
See? Exactly.
Bruh. The double standard.
Exactly. That's why I try not to dog on things like that. I may say I don't like XYZ. Like, I don't like mayonnaise. I famously don't like mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise. But I will say it is my hang up of not liking mayonnaise, because just like you have certain texture things, like you don't like sauces on things. You're not going around to other people going, oh my God, that's disgusting, blah, 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 saying nasty every time you see somebody eat it.
Yeah, I won't say it every time. I'll joke about it, but like, I'm not going to harp on it every time.
Yes. Yeah, no, Terry cannot say McDonald's without saying the word nasty at the same time. She physically can't do it.
Also, Ari, I want to know where you're getting these statistics from. Where are the
No,
numbers?
Taco Bell is more healthy than the movie. Yes, because
Really?
Taco Bell has a lot of options. You forget your father worked at Taco Bell. Taco Bell has a lot of options, like with their pintos and beans. I lived on pintos and beans when I was pregnant with you because I couldn't, and I don't normally like pinto beans. I used to hate pinto beans, but one of the few things that I could keep down when I was pregnant with you and when I was pregnant with your sisters was pintos and cheese from Taco Bell.
We have some inconsistencies here because when you were pregnant with me, you went to an Elton John concert. I do like Elton John. When you were pregnant with me, you read Stephen King's The Stand. I do like horror. When you were pregnant with me, you were crocheting. I do like to crochet. When you were pregnant with me, you were eating pintos? Nah, dog. Nah. What happened there? Something did not trickle down.
I also ate Chinese food when I was pregnant with you, though. Once I got over the nausea, but early on, when the few things I could eat were tomatoes, cucumbers, and pintos and cheese.
Nope.
Early pintos and cheese with a little bit of mild taco sauce on there.
No, sir.
I might make some of that for lunch right now.
I'm about to go eat some leftover oven pizza if my calories will account for it. I started counting calories again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like
obsess.
Truly,
just
obsess over it. I think my biggest problem is not that I'm gonna obsess over calories. It's that if I have something that I want to eat, but it's gonna put me over my calories, I am not counting calories anymore. I'm done.
That's why I'm not good at being consistent with journaling, because I know, and I'm not cheating anybody but myself, but I know I will cheat. I will just say, oh, I want to eat this chocolate bar. Well, then I guess we will just start over with the calorie counting tomorrow. We will just X out this page and we will start over with the calorie counting tomorrow. I'm eating this chocolate bar. I'm eating this. I just don't like, I think about food a lot, but I don't like the obsessing over food that calorie counting makes me do.
Yeah.
Calorie counting makes me think every second of every day about the food. Whereas in my regular life, I think about food as in, I like games that are themed around food. Mm-hmm. I like stories where like the main character is a chef or something. I like food being in the vicinity, but I'm not obsessing about when can I eat, which happens when I count calories or journal my food. Walk around while you're eating the chocolate bar.
Burn it off. Yesterday, Wayne and I went to Barnes & Noble because I wanted to pick up something, or I wanted to look for a book. And before we left, we hit Starbucks because he wanted a coffee. And I'm like, it's too late for me to have a coffee because I've got that eye doctor's appointment in the morning. I'm like, ooh, but the strawberry cheesecake is 50% off. So as I'm walking back to this car, scarfing down this strawberry cheesecake, about to go to the gym.
Oh, Lord.
We gotta get out of here. It's time
to
end
we do.
this.
We do.
Let me change the music. We're getting out of here. We've been doing this for years. I don't need to say all the things, but I will.
We haven't been doing this for years.
Ma'am.
We've been doing this for a few months.
Ma'am. And if you want to support me helping my mother learn what differences in times are so that she actually knows how long it's been since things have started and ended and when things happened, why don't you go ahead and give us a subscribe? If you want to be here next time she says that she got married 30 years ago, even though I'm 32 and it was not a shotgun wedding, why don't you hit that notification bell? And down in the comment section, tell me how long you think we've been doing this. Were you there when we were the coffee clutch? Let us know down in. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and are like, why are you stealing Robert Reich's game? Go back, because all those videos are there. Go back and watch these old videos so you can see back when we did the name change. We had our New Year's celebration and lots of other things happened. I had a whole apartment change. We had a whole different apartment in a few of these videos. So
that's not true.
Actually, 2 apartment changes.
That's not true.
2 apartment changes.
That's not true. You were trying to make me think I'm crazy. That's not true.
Go back. It's in there. Ari's already over here putting things in the comments.
Ari's telling lies.
It's in
Ari's
there.
telling lies.
The thing is, we got video receipts. Unless you delete this YouTube channel, we got receipts.
Ari's
and I've got receipts on Instagram because we streamed on Instagram for a while too. Anyway, we gotta get out of here. This is my makeup.
Peace out, y'all. Your makeup looks lovely. I still am not sure about this tribal thing on your chin, but I
just feel like one of the main reasons that I do this is because, especially with makeup looks like this, it feels really heavy at the top and then there's nothing down here. So I want to put more down here. Bye.
Bye. Peace out.